Hi, I'm David Suiters, and for the University of Florida's Master Beekeeper program, I'm going to be doing the honey extraction practical today. I'm going to be doing the mechanical method of extraction, and first thing we got to do is get some frames. So I've opened up a hive here, and I'm probably going to pull and show you 3 frames, but I'm going to probably pull a couple boxes off of this thing, but they're all pretty much the same. So let's see what we got. First things first. So it's mid-July in Central Florida, and they've been pulling in some palmetto honey, very likely. So we've got a frame that on this side is for the most part fully capped. We've got on this frame side about 75–80% capped. I'll probably check them anyway on the uncapped portion when I get inside, but to remove the bees, I'm just going to do the simple shake and brush method. I don't have a ton of hives, so it's fairly quick for me to just do it this way. And I'll drop them in this box over here. Grab another one. It's a cloudy day. It's been kind of raining off and on, so the bees are kind of excitable. But again, fully capped for the most part. It's got about 75–80%. I'll check again. Moisture content when I get inside. My extractor can hold 6 frames or 9, but I can also get a balanced load with 3. Again, fully capped frame on that side, mostly capped on this side. And I'll go through the rest of the hive, and just looking at what's currently in here, they're all pretty much following that same pattern. Looking forward to a really nice honey harvest. So I'll press pause and meet you inside. Okay, we're back inside, and I've got the frames that I just pulled from the hive outside. And what I'm going to do before I extract, I want to make sure that the honey on some of these frames that have a few more open holes on them are the proper moisture content. So on this frame, for example, we have pretty much the entire side is capped nicely, barring the line there that I just put in there. The other side though is probably about 75–80% capped. I'm just going to test it anyway because I like knowing what the open comb looks like in terms of moisture, especially this time of year. There's so much humidity, and palmetto honey tends to run a little wetter. So I'm gonna use this little tool called a refractometer, and I'm gonna take this toothpick, I'm gonna dip it into just a handful of different holes in here and rub some of the honey onto this blue plate. And once I have that blue plate fully coated, I'll close the slide over it, press it down, and just give it a quick test. And it looks pretty good. I think we're right at about 18. I think maybe we can give you a quick peek in here if I can line this up right. This sounds, I don't know. Press pause, and I think it should come into focus at about 18. So this is good to go. I'm excited about that. So what I'm gonna do is to prepare this frame for extraction using the mechanical method and the honey extractor over here. I'm going to use a decapping knife, and I'm going to go ahead and just set this thing over here and carefully give myself some working space to remove this top capping of wax off the frame. That came off beautifully. Twist it around and do the same on the other side. I'll be able to save this wax, turn it into candles or something else. For some of the stubborn areas of wax that didn't come off with the knife, I've got a little tool here where I can just scrape off some of the excess capping. And there we go. Got a nice frame, fully decapped, both sides. And I'm just gonna put him into the extractor. And I'll quickly run through a couple more of these. And I've got a few more frames I can throw in there, but I've got a pretty balanced load right now, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of run the extractor just to save some video time. But I'm going to cover this up, and I'm going to start it off on a slow speed, increase the speed, and kind of run the extractor for a couple minutes, and then we'll have some honey whenever it's all done. Okay, so now those frames that were full of dark, beautiful honey are now a little wet, but pretty much all the honey's out of them. I'll take these things outside and let the bees clean them up, put them back actually on the hive that I took them from, and let them kind of feed off of the residue there. In the meantime, the honey that came from them is then, pardon me, going to be taken out of this extractor. I've got a bucket with a kind of a sieve on top in case there's little wax or bee part particulates. And what I'm going to do, well, technical difficulties. I fully intended to remove the phone camera from the stand and take you down to the extractor and open up the gate and kind of let you see the honey flowing out of it just to prove that we actually had some, but I apparently hit the wrong button. So here we are. I've actually already cleaned up and I've got the honey here in the bucket. It's going to be settling here for the next week. I only decided to extract 8 frames, and it looks like we got about half of this 5-gallon bucket. It's about 25 to 30 pounds of honey that's in there, and it's palmetto. So there we are. Honey extraction practical. I think that covers it. Thanks.